One misfortune should not make one lose hope. If we cannot attack now, then it is indeed over. We have persevered this time, my friend. I told you that trust in me was well placed. Take it from an Ottoman. Artillery is what you need. Make falconets, cannon. Any kind of artillery will help you now. Cavalry will cut them down like lions among bunnies. Train cavalry, my friend. I do it all the time. It is very nice. Send in swordsmen or muskets. Anything on two legs. We Ottomans have won many battles with infantry. I suggest you try that strategy now. The mouse who has only one hole soon gets caught. You should retreat carefully, my ally. No matter how far you have gone down a wrong road, turn back. Retreat and live, my friend. The battle you enter will be bloody. I advise caution, my ally. Even retreat. Be careful. The enemy seems an ant, but I see him an elephant. Rethink your fight, my friend. We can discuss plans over cups of frothing Iran. When enemies gather like bees to honey, victory will be sweet. They are afraid of us. See how they rally together. I prefer a nice warm bath after winning such an easy battle. One does not burn a blanket to get rid of a flea like our enemy. We will drink thick boza to toast my victory. You do like chickpeas, yes? Another victory for the armies of the Ottoman Empire. If a man is judged by his work, I will be a hero when I return home. Luck has found me today. A hard-won victory for our noble alliance. My soldiers fight like lions. My armies will be wolves among sheep. Perhaps after this battle you will join me for a meal. This battle will be good practice for my men. I will leave this battle to one of my viziers. Our enemy is a green twig, easily bent and broken. This battle will be short. A heavy stone is not easily moved. Thank you for your aid. Reinforcements have turned the tide. Just as drop by drop, water will make a pond. Our enemies gather like buzzing flies. Another army joins the battle. They multiply like rabbits. I agree. The candle does not give light to itself. I honor your request. To this, I agree. I am Ottoman. Artillery is my specialty. More cannon for my good friend. Artillery, you say? It will be my pleasure. I will train cannon and guard them with hussars. I will send janissaries and cannon. You will hear the charge of 1,000 horses. I agree with that assessment. We will train cavalry to use against the enemy. Ottomans have strong hussars. We will be glad to bring them to battle. I will train hussars and support them with cannon. I will train a mixed army, some horse and some foot. We will sharpen our scimitars and polish our muskets and prepare a glorious army of infantry. Janissaries it is then. My janissaries will enjoy marching into battle. Janissaries and artillery. The perfect Ottoman army. We will train janissaries and support them with cavalry units. Alas, my coffers are empty. All that I have would be yours, my friend, if indeed I had anything. Although I must suffer in great agony for denying such a noble request, I still must do so. I am not worthy to be your ally, for I cannot afford your request. I hope someday your children's children can forgive me. That would be possible, yet I seem to have spent what little I had. You can ask 1,000 times, and the answer will still be no. Such a thing is impossible. Although you deserve much more, such a thing is not to be. I would grant you the keys to the gates of paradise if I could, but for now, I can do nothing. I know it is your expectation the Ottoman army to be mighty and endless, but sometimes our reputation precedes us and we have not the troops just yet. I could send you our finest cooks, tailors, and animal handlers, but as for soldiers, we have none. We are a long way from the Ottoman Empire, my friend, and I have not the troops to spare. If such a thing were possible. But it is not. A force greater than both of us prevents that. It has been decreed that such a thing is not to be. We are but a poor colony with few soldiers. I have a janissary or two, but not enough to be of assistance. My troops are dining at the moment. I cannot spare them. We were so close to victory, my friend. Perhaps we should try again. They destroyed one of our trading posts and stole our well-deserved victory away. The British are very weak. The Dutch will resign soon. The French will surrender. They often do. I have fought Germans many times, so I know they will soon resign. There is only room for one Ottoman colony, and it will be mine. We will drive them back to Portugal. These Russians will not be a threat much longer. Remember back when the Spanish were actually dangerous? The British army is quite strong. I do not know how they do it, but the Dutch are a big threat. France often has a huge army, and I fear this time is no exception. I have fought Germans many times. They can be quite dangerous. It appears I have a rival for the control of the Ottoman Empire. Keep your eye on the Portuguese. They are our biggest threat. Russians like to attack early. Be prepared. These Spanish often have strong infantry and cavalry. You advance quickly. That is good. But do not overextend yourself. I have seen birds that do not fly as fast as you. I hope you did not advance too early. You must have resources coming in quickly to be able to go up before me. Let us use that to our advantage. Our enemy is forging alliances with the local people. Did you see that? Our enemy has allied with another Native American. Our enemy appears to be going for a Native American strategy. Let our enemy forge alliances. It will come to naught in the end. You need to advance in age if you are to have a military. Is this some secret strategy, my friend? Or have hard times fallen upon you? Staying in an early age for so long can be dangerous. Are you behind, my friend? How can I help? Have faith, my ally. Though you are behind, it is not too late to advance to the next age. He who asks advice passes the mountain. He who does not loses his way on the level plain. Do you need aid? We are allies. It is no shame to ask for help. Do you need coin or food to advance in age? I will share if I can. You have beaten our enemy to the second age. If skills could be learned by watching, every dog would be a butcher, and we would all advance in age with you. Activity breeds prosperity. One day, share with me the secret of your speed. Our enemies will eat the dust kicked up by your progress. With patience, mulberry leaves become satin. I am sure you are weaving very fine cloth. A horse ridden slowly reaches its destination, my friend. The enemy rushes forward blindly in haste. You are patient and wise. Silks made slowly wear longest. We harvest what we sow. You have sown patience. We will harvest victory. My explorer is rescued. You have the gratitude of the Ottoman Empire. My explorer is on his feet. I will send word of your deeds to his family. You have rescued my explorer and saved me coin. I am truly grateful. My explorer, you saved him. I hope that he may be of service to you soon. The family of my explorer sends their gratitude for his rescue. My faithful explorer is rescued. Hopefully he will be more cautious in the future. I have saved us from the lion's jaws. I have stopped the timer. We must take advantage of this opportunity. Our enemies will barter with these natives no more. These natives may wish to barter with us now. Our enemy's alliance with these natives is broken. These natives may wish to ally with the Ottomans now. Again, I have conquered our enemy. I have brought falling embers to our enemy's colony. Our enemy's colony sheds embers into the darkening sky. The cries and smoke are thick in our enemy's colony. White clothes become dirty. Our enemy's colony is no more. Our enemy will not grow fat from this trading post. The enemy controls this trading post no longer. This trading post is dead to me. I have destroyed an enemy trading post. Our enemy's trading post is burnt to the ground. The enemy's alliance with this tribe is sound. I will have to try again. Our enemy's alliance with this tribe is as thick as marble. I did not expect their buildings to be so well constructed. The enemy colony still stands. For now, I underestimated their preparedness. It will not happen again, my ally. My most sincere apologies, ally. I did not destroy the trading post. You must excuse me, my ally. My explorer has fallen, and I must prepare his family for the news. This new world is full of evil beasts with sharp teeth, some of which have claimed my explorer. There is little to gain from further conflict. I am fighting our enemy here. Rally your soldiers to the banner of Suleiman the Magnificent. My colony is overrun. The enemy swarms my colony like fleas on a camel. I am besieged. At mealtime, our enemy is less than a dog. I am Suleiman the Magnificent. Perhaps you have heard of me. I am Suleiman the Magnificent. I toast the beginning of our alliance with warm boza. I am Suleiman the Magnificent. I am the Ottoman Empire. Our engagements grow more and more challenging. I trust you are ready. You are wise to choose your battles carefully. A stair is climbed step by step. He who was once my enemy is now my friend. Greetings again. Perhaps this time I will keep up with you. So I defeated you before, and now you come to me as an ally. So be it. I shall not turn you away. I hope that you learned from me during our last encounter. Be strong this time. One crow does not make winter. You like to fight on this map, yes? This time we shall win. Patience is the key to paradise. So, shall we drive them before us once more? Once a friend, always a friend. We will be victorious again. My explorer is restored to me. His family has sent ransom in cattle and silks. Good. My explorer can now resume humble service to Suleiman the Magnificent. Our mutual enemy's town appears defenseless. It seems our enemy's colony is undefended. Our enemy appears to have no infantry. Perhaps we should strike. I have seen the enemy town and did not see a barracks. We should not expect an army of infantry. My scouts report that our enemy is not training cavalry. Ottoman scouts report that there is no stable in our enemy's colony. Ottomans always have coin to spare. I will share my wealth. The generosity of the Ottoman Empire is legendary. Have some coin. I was going to commission a new saddle for my horse, but perhaps this coin is better spent on you instead. You can never say that Suleiman never gave you anything. He who has no bread has no authority. A person cannot fight on an empty stomach. Janissaries are famous for their cooking. Perhaps you'd like a taste. Olives from the Mediterranean, dates from Mesopotamia. All for you to sample. Janissaries never march to war without their soup pots. Perhaps you'd like to share. This lumber came all the way from Asia. Wood. Wood for buildings, for ships, and for artillery. Here, my friend, use this wood for the glory of both our nations. To celebrate our alliance, I have sent you a gift of fine lumber. I was going to cast this away, seeing how flush with resources my colonies are, but perhaps you can make use of this wood. Prepare to witness my magnificent attack upon our unsuspecting enemy. Like a wind across the desert, my forces ride towards the enemy colony. We will fall upon the enemy colony like lions at the feast. Study this colony well. In a moment, there will be nothing left. Now you will see the full might of the Ottoman Empire as we raise this town. Now you will watch as the little people flee before me. If you see smoke on the horizon, it is my army in our enemy's town. My soldiers rally under the crescent banner. We march! Our enemy has forged an alliance with the natives here. It will not last. He who has no bread has no authority. I go to take the bread from our enemy. My soldiers march to join yours, my ally. Guests bring good luck. I will join you in your attack. A wise man remembers his friends at all times. I am sending soldiers with you. I am building a new camp to train soldiers. The Ottomans claim this territory for our next colony. Soon this land too will experience the bounty of the Ottoman Empire. Suleiman the Magnificent claims this land for a new colony. I am going to convince these Native Americans to form an alliance. 1,000 friends are too few. I will try to ally with the Native Americans here. We need more trade. I will start with this site. Coffee and silk will bring great wealth in these lands. I will build a trading post. This building shall not fall. I will not let this building fall while my soldiers have breath. I will make my stand here. I will hold this ground until star and moon fall. I will defend our alliance with the Native Americans. I am sending soldiers to protect our alliance with the Native Americans. My soldiers will defend this town through 1,000 winters. This town will not fall to our enemy. I will defend the trade route. One who handles honey licks his fingers. Gold does not rust on the ground, but this trade post will not defend itself. I will share the wealth of my empire by sending you coin. When my coffers overflow, I will send extra coin to you. My silos are full. I can send you food. A red apple invites stones, but I will continue to share my food with you. If you can still use wood, I will continue to send it. Our buildings are of stone and plaster. I will send you wood that we do not use. I am on my way. Hold as long as you can. My soldiers rally to your flag. The armies of Suleiman the Magnificent will arrive soon. My people say, if you have never been sunburned, you will never know a shadow's value. My people say, listen 100 times, ponder 1,000 times, speak once. My people say, 2 watermelons cannot be held under one arm. My people say, coffee should be strong as death, sweet as love, and black as hell. My people say, the plumber's house always leaks. My people say, you will reach for a snake if you fall into the sea. My people say, do not search for a calf under the ox. A wise man remembers his friends at all times. A fool only when he has need of them. Patience is bitter, but it bears sweet fruit. My people say no one gives alms to a closed palm. Do you need anything? If you trust me as an ally, you will send me coin. Can you spare coin? It will be a good investment. Do you have food you can spare? An open mouth remains not hungry. I need food, my ally. Send me wood, my friend. My colony grows. Can you spare some wood? The sight of your army makes me smile, friend. I shall treat your army to a feast when we are done. Your soldiers are a welcome sight. I can use that coin. My thanks. We shall put this food to good use. My thanks for your assistance. It takes 2 hands to make a sound. I, Suleiman the Magnificent, thank you. The Ottoman Empire thanks you. I will spend any resources you can send to me. Ah, more wood. Excellent. The British are cunning, and their armies are well equipped. It does not look good for us. The Dutch know more of warfare than I expected. The outlook is grim. The French are as dangerous as I feared. We fight a losing fight. The Germans are a relentless enemy. We are losing ground. It is not surprising that one of my countrymen is a match for both of us. The Portuguese are endlessly resourceful. This is a dark day. Is there nothing we can do to turn the Russian tide? The Spanish stand poised to crush us. We only have to wait. My children's grandchildren will be shamed by losing to the British. Despite their inferior troops, the Dutch continue to defeat us. It is humiliating that we are losing to the French. If we lose to the Germans, I will never be considered fit to lead in battle again. I cannot stand to lose to this traitorous Ottoman commander. I cannot believe you allowed the Portuguese to beat us. The Russians swarm like ants, and we let them. I do not know how I allowed the Spanish to beat us. We sprinkled blood on a dying tree. Blood I can spare no longer. My armies have fought like lions to protect our colonies, but it is not enough. A white day sheds light. A black day sheds darkness. This is a white day. You do well, my ally. A lion sleeps in the heart of every brave man. Though I am the stronger, I know you will still contribute to this alliance. We fought valiantly, but the time has come to resign. A white day sheds light, a black day sheds darkness. This is a black day. Every sheep is hung by his own leg. I fear we head toward slaughter. We cannot win this. Empty words will not fill an empty stomach. Even the highest tree has an axe waiting at its foot. We are finished. Either drive this camel to pasture or leave the country. We are done here. It is easier to teach a camel to jump than to convince you to resign. We should have known they would try to win this way. Our enemy has established an alliance with some of the Native Americans here. We should pursue our own alliances. Our enemy is swift, or we are slow. We should build our own trading posts, or destroy his. The Native Americans have found a strong ally in you, and in another thing, you are the first. It is wise to establish trade while others only consider it. Your explorer has keen eyes. Excellent. Your discovery will speed our victory. I'm sure that will fetch a fine price at the bazaar, my friend. It is a fine explorer that feeds his people, but beware the chokecherries. My explorer is more diplomat than outdoorsman. I would be honored if your explorer tutored him. Take it. My people say, let your neighbor be well off, for then he will not ask you for anything. A Native American warrior will be a great aid to you. Your compassion for the helpless will return to us in time. Your explorer has a good eye for the exotic woods found here. Your alliances with the native people will serve us well. Eat and drink with your friends, but do not trade with them. Present company excluded, of course. I have this advice for your walls. Measure 1,000 times. Cut once. Remember, small keys unlock big doors. And cannon. Cannon work also. My emissaries have secured the first alliance with the Native Americans. This land is in need of dates and silks. I will sell Ottoman luxuries in the wilderness. This land is vast and full of wonders. This new world could prove lucrative after all. Exotic food for my new colony. Did I warn you about chokecherries? My apologies. This explorer is young and eager. He will not gather treasures on your doorstep again. My explorer is swift and keen-eyed, but I'm sure there are still treasures for you to claim. A Native American warrior. He will be a great help to my efforts. There is much to learn, but each settler builds a piece of the Ottoman Empire. There is little wood in our architecture. Still, this wood is useful. The sincerity of my words draws more allies to our alliance. Our enemy has glutted the markets with baubles and trash. Now all will see superior Ottoman goods. I am building a wall around my colony. An open door is an invitation to the viper. A red apple invites stones. Our prosperity will make us a target. We must prepare. Sorrow is to the soul what the worm is to wood. Do not let your losses eat at you. Stairs are climbed step by step, though you appear to have leapt them 2 by 2. You have seen many battles since we last met. Let us win this one together. There is still time for me to pull victory from the lion's mouth. We persevered, and so we shall be rewarded. It is the aunt or uncle of all battles. No matter how tall a tree grows, its leaves always fall to the ground. A dog that intends to bite does not bare its teeth. I will remember this for next time. It is more difficult to contend with oneself than the world. This defeat is my own. You are a worthy enemy. I will stop underestimating you. You turn my attacks as the moon turns the tide. I must rethink my strategy. I have learned from this battle. Do not expect that you will win another. You have won a great victory, but as rain does not soak marble, you will not defeat me. I would have won that engagement, but you made me spill coffee on my robes. You lose. A donkey is a donkey even when he is finally saddled. Try not to get too much blood on my robes. They are oriental silk, very expensive. If anyone weeps for you, it will be your mother. Others will only pretend to weep. A man becomes experienced by being defeated, a scholar by making mistakes. I think you must be very learned. Beauty passes, wisdom remains. You must be very wise to have stolen victory from me. He who would gather honey must bear the sting of bees. Your soldiers are in disarray. Their leader sounds an uncertain trumpet. Sorrow is to the soul what the worm is to wood. The battle is turning. The cock that crows too early gets his head cut off. Only your ally saved you this time. Next time, you will not be so fortunate. You age up quickly. But every man has his own way of eating yogurt. What flares up fast extinguishes soon. Your native allies will make no difference in the end. If you have something to say to me, say it in my town and leave my allies out of this. You will pay for what you have done. Relish your victory, but know that the liar's candle will only last until evening. Yet once again we see that beauty passes. Wisdom remains. You grow lethargic in the first age. For the lean ox there is no knife. Are you still competing, or have you gone off to compose music? To the snake that does not bite me, may he live 1,000 years. Do not roll up your trousers before reaching the stream. The fly in a hurry falls into the milk. Oh, I forgot about you. Are you still in this fight? 2 camels fight, and the fly in between dies. You will be crushed. You are miles away from your ally. You have no hope. You are alone. A sheep separated from the flock. You huddle together like baby chickens. That is quite enough of that. This too shall be mine. Suleiman the Magnificent pronounces this colony unfit. Resign now, and you may leave in peace. This building offended me, so I have destroyed it. Watch your tongue when you speak to me. Sharp vinegar only damages its container. You will harvest what you sow. The fly is small, but it can upset your stomach. There is no rose without a thorn, nor contest without a rival. A weapon is an enemy, even to its owner. 1,000 friends are too few. 1 enemy is too many. You will learn the truth of this soon. I see you enjoy a challenge. Then I shall give you one. Yes, I was too much for you last battle. I will go easier on you this time. Very well. We shall try again. You bit off more bread than you could swallow last time. Perhaps this time will go better for you. You leap into a sea full of sharks. A daring rescue that will be the subject of 100 poems. I have looked into the eyes of my enemy, and I do not like what I see there. I see your soldiers. Do not think they are hiding. Is this a raid? Are you sure you are ready? I will not go easy on you. The hare was angry at the mountain, but the mountain was unaware of it. Your army is meaningless. You prey on those who cannot defend themselves. There is no honor in that. An army that size, I suspect they do not bring tidings of your imminent surrender. In case your runners have been lost, your army has strayed into my territory. I would advise you to withdraw. Suleiman the Magnificent will not forget how you attacked this colony. Ah, a scouting party. A wise man speaks of what he sees. There is no need for a guide to a village which is visible. I see your colony there. I told my cartographers not to bother adding it to their map. A bird steals bread from beneath the nose of the unwary. Better to die on an empty stomach than live on an empty one. You have eaten, yes? A single misfortune is better than 1,000 warnings. A good man will appear when talked about. You must have said my name. He who steals a minaret prepares a case for it. When you are an anvil, be patient. When you are a hammer, be strong. A carefree head is only found on a scarecrow. I admit defeat. Will you accept my surrender? I have struggled against you long enough. Shall we call this finished? Enough! You have won. I will resign if you will permit me. Thorns and roses grow on the same tree. The rose you have found will soon show you its thorns. Do not think Suleiman is blind to the tendrils you spread across the new world. Your explorer is eager. He better watch out for bears and janissaries. I am sure news of your discovery will make all the effort worthwhile. I think I heard the clinking of coin into your coffers. Spend it wisely. Be careful of the food in this new world, especially the choke cherries. Send my compliments to your explorer for his collection of unusual vermin and weeds. Stay away from my town. The sheep separated from the flock gets eaten by the wolf. Native Americans know these lands well. I curse that I did not find him before you did. You will have need of every settler you have when I begin my attacks. You should use that wood to build a boat and sail home. Or perhaps I can loan you a swift Ottoman galley. Build defenses if you must, but an overprotected eye always gets the speck. Do you forget I am Ottoman? I will bring artillery to knock down your silly walls. My skillful diplomats have forged alliance with the natives here while you ignore them. The wealth of the Ottoman Empire is built on trade. Why should the New World be different? This too is mine. All the New World is Suleiman's to explore. If you could only see how much wealth we have amassed. More food for my soldiers. I fly in like a hawk to grasp a treasure right under your nose. You seem to be having trouble finding treasures. Would it help if I pointed them all out to you? The Ottomans accept people of all cultures into our glorious empire. More population for the Ottoman Empire. I will use this wood to make more buildings for the Ottoman Empire. It will not be long before the Native Americans see your true treachery. No one will want the worthless trinkets you peddle at your trade post. My armies will crush the victory you seek. But where will they strike? There are now many places you must defend. But where will Suleiman attack? My victory is inevitable. Surrender, and I will treat you and your soldiers to a feast in my colony. The moment of my victory approaches. I can hear the bombards sounding. I see you have learned that every downhill has an uphill, and every uphill a downhill. I hear your name in the whispers of conquered foes. I would watch your back. You have fought more battles since last we met. My tent is lined with banners of experienced leaders like you. If we cannot attack their trading posts now, then it is indeed over. I told you that trust in me was well placed. We are close to victory. We have persevered this time, my friend. There is still time for me to snatch victory from the lion's mouth. No matter where you go, your destiny follows you. Yours has followed you to the brink of defeat. He bites his tongue who speaks in haste. Do not crow your victory from the hilltops yet. I have persevered, and soon I shall be rewarded. If skill could be gained by watching, then dogs would be butchers, and you would be a general. One already wet does not feel the rain. You, my friend, are soaked in failure. They have destroyed one of our trading posts and stolen away our well-deserved victory. We were so close to victory, my friend. Perhaps we should try again. Thorns and roses grow from the same root. The rose you have found will soon show you its thorns. That is quite enough of that. An open door invites enemies. Forgive me for walking through yours and crushing you. Your children's grandchildren will not look back on this defeat with shame. No, not at all. We should have known they would try to win this way. Victory does not come so easily as starting a timer. Who buys cheap, buys dear. They have chosen to be the nail rather than the hammer. Poor choice. A red apple invites stones. Our prosperity will make us a target. We must prepare. We have chosen to be the anvil rather than the hammer. Our patience will outlast your strength. Patience is bitter, but it bears sweet fruit. Now the waiting begins. My armies will crush the victory you seek. But where will they strike? There are many places you must defend. But where will Suleiman attack? You cannot hold two watermelons under one arm. How do you expect to keep all those trading posts? My victory is inevitable. Surrender, and I will treat you and your soldiers to a feast in my colony. The moment of my victory approaches. I can hear the bombards sounding. I am sure your children's children will be able to forgive your coming defeat. The Aztecs rival the Ottoman Empire in grandeur, though not for much longer. The Iroquois alliances are shattered, and their time at an end. Fierce though they were, the Sioux are nearly finished. I can see smoke rising from the Aztec temples, but I do not believe the cities are burning. This makes me uneasy. The Iroquois are like lions. We had best keep a close eye on them. I hear hoofbeats in the distance. The Sioux are not idle. We must be wary. The Aztecs drain our strength like spilled blood. The Iroquois have proven stronger than our alliance. My ally, our mistakes catch up with us like the swift hoofbeats of Sioux warriors. We can discuss our many missteps later, with wine over a proper meal. But now, before we lose, let us attack the Aztecs one last time. We are in poor shape, but so are the Iroquois. Come, my ally, let us march on them one last time. The Sioux are weak, but we should be able to defeat them. There is no shame in small victories.